Hey guys, what is up? It has been a while since we've done these monthly check-ins. We skipped the 3-month check-in and it's because we have been so busy. It seems like every weekend we're traveling, and the weekends that we aren't, we are like, let's relax, full on relax. We're kind of in that mode of play hard, work hard, and we're trying to do the rest hard. As you guys saw, we met up with a local German named Katie. She is so sweet. We just barely got done doing our second video with her. So it's been really fun to do that, explore more of our local area. We also made it down to Neuschwanstein Castle, which was breathtaking, as good as we thought, even better than we did. So we explored that place, and we feel like we timed it super well because the crowds were really minimal. We got lucky with the timing there. We hit our way over to the Black Forest, another breathtaking place. Wow, when we were driving around in March exploring for our house, I thought it was so green, but I can't even comprehend how green Germany is here in the summer. It is so beautiful. I'm completely blown away by it. So we've been loving to get out in nature. We also have made our way internationally. We explored Austria for a brief day, and then we made our way to Croatia. And oh wow, that was quite the adventure. We fell in love with the national parks. Honestly, the best we've ever seen. But we also got robbed. So if you haven't seen that story, you need to go and watch that video because it was a hectic adventure. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of travels, and when we've been home, we're out in our garden and just relaxing, like I said, doing these videos for you. So there's a brief recap of our time here in Germany in the past 2 months.
Checking in, we have been on a roller coaster of emotions as well. Like Marissa said, we have been to a lot of places, which has been absolutely fantastic. Stressful times, of course, but for the most part, we've had a lot of fun getting out, seeing other places, loving the weather, and just getting to explore more of what Germany and the other countries around us have to offer. We just are trying to find that really good balance still, and trying to find a good rhythm with even doing videos and travel and staying at home and just like all that self-care that needs to happen. And so we're working through it, but for the most part, we're doing great. We have a lot of friends and family that have reached out, and reaching out to other people has been really beneficial and important for us. And because we're trying to find that balance, we decided that we need to step back from YouTube just a little bit and not do as many videos, just because it does take a lot of time, a lot of effort, especially on Marissa when she's here at home and I'm at work, and then we come home. We need that time. So for the meantime and for the foreseeable future, we're gonna step back and probably do every Sunday videos. We love the support and the growth that we've seen and the family that continues to grow. So in some ways, it seems a little nerve-wracking for us to maybe step back a little bit. We hope you guys will continue to follow us along and support us for our decision what's best for us.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of a hard thing to do because we've seen a lot of momentum here, and we love having you guys here in our corner, giving us all of our tips, being there as a support, and honestly, like trip planners. You guys help us so much on Instagram. So just know that we are still going to be doing videos, and the thing with it, just like Tanner said, is we still plan to post every Sunday. So you can count on a video. Of course, who knows, the unforeseen events, there might be here and there where we don't do weekly, but we're planning on every Sunday, the same time, around 8 a.m. Germany time, to post that video. So be on a lookout for those. And then who knows, we might throw in an extra video during the week. If we do, we'll try and stick to that Wednesday schedule. We're just gonna play it by ear. If we have the videos and the time to create more, we definitely want to. We just need to prioritize ourselves, our health, our relationships, our little family first. Family will always come first before anything else, honestly. So we hope you guys will understand with that.
As far as language learning, it has been a slow train, but we are still making progress. I have been meeting with a couple people, mainly our landlords, and a good friend from Bochum, who has been helping me learn little phrases, little words here and there. And it's been a lot of fun because, like, even when we're driving down the Autobahn or we're in the supermarket, I can see things coming together in phrases and words, and so it's been a lot of fun. We have failed miserably with Duolingo about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when we were in Croatia. It just got to that point where I was just like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm still learning things, I'm still doing that, but it's like one less thing that I had to do. Eventually, I'll get back into it, I know, but that's something that we both kind of like dropped. But for the most part, we have been doing good, learning little things here and there, trying to teach Willa, trying to read books. It's been fun.
Yeah, one of Willa's thing that she says the most is bitte. So she says it so clear. So it's really cute because we'll say bitte, like say please, and she'll be like, bitte, and then we'll say either bitte schön, or I'll say de nada in Spanish, and sometimes she'll repeat after and say na for de nada. So it's cute that we're getting English, Spanish, and German in there. So she's learning. Honestly, she's probably at the same level as me. You guys, I think it's probably just time that I come clean and confess that at this point, during the past 2 months, my motivation to learn has not been there. And so instead of forcing myself to do it at this point, I'm just riding that wave, and I'm hoping that I'll find more motivation going forward to want to learn, especially as Willie gets into kindergarten. Hopefully in the next year we can get her into, a 2-year-old or 3-year-old program when she gets to that age, and hopefully that will come. But for now, it's just too hard to force the motivation. But it's been really fun to watch Tanner learn, and totally so encouraging, and hope sometime that I'll be able to pick that up.
All right, guys, we need to take 1 second to praise the mighty Spätzle. Okay, Spätzle. Okay, we're good. Absolutely fantastic. If you didn't check that video when we were in Neuschwanstein, we had Käsespätzle and then we had Eierspätzle, and I'm glad that I had the Käsespätzle, partially because it was so fantastic I could go back to it and know it was much better, but out of this world flavors. And I'm a savory guy. Like, I will choose seconds of a savory plate rather than getting dessert every day. I'm pretty sure every single time I would do that. And so we loved Käsespätzle, and so thank you for the recommendation there. We've looked for it in a couple other restaurants, and unfortunately not every one of them has it. And so we do want to take advantage of that every single time that we can. And it's been a lot of fun.
It's been interesting because when we were in Munich at the beer garden, we saw Käsespätzle, and it looked completely different like the one that we had in Fusen. So, I'm sure that's with any food, depending on the location you are, it's going to be different and taste different. But I was surprised at the variety and the differences between those two. So we didn't get any there because we were there to try other new foods, but kind of interesting, and I wanted to point that out.
Next, we had Met. Oh my goodness, another fantastic discovery. A little bit different. Probably I wouldn't have it as frequent as Käsespätzle or Spätzle.
I wouldn't.
But if you guys haven't watched that as well, we've had a fantastic experience there. The flavors, just great. Honestly, texture, a little hard to get over. But that was a fun experience that I'll at least go back to again and try. And I'm excited to share that with my parents and other friends and family that decide to come over.
Yeah, I feel like the texture is just, it's still hard for me to think about and to have more just for the texture alone. The flavor though, I'm surprisingly surprised.
And in the second half of the video of the Met, we had spaghetti ice. We have had several people reach out to us and follow up with us again. And we love it because it's so exciting to see other people's excitement. And to be quite honest, it was not my favorite, but it was still a fun experience. I think that the syrup or the jam on top and just the whole presentation, it's a fun experience to have.
Something that we would again have family and friends try if they want to come. I actually went and got my second one today, so we tried it, and then there was 2 days or so, maybe even the day after.
2 days.
2 days. And I was craving it and wanted it more. But when I went back, if you've seen that video, I wasn't a huge fan of that cream part. So I asked him if they could do the gelato, the vanilla bourbon gelato for the whole thing. And he did. And that was nice. I liked it that way. So right now there's some still sitting in the freezer because I couldn't eat it all. But I think when I first tried it, I didn't like it as much as I do now. I think that flavor's building on me, and it's something that I could have more and will enjoy. So the adjustment to culture, I feel has been going really well, and I don't even really notice that there's big differences between us living here. It doesn't seem weird, it doesn't seem uncomfortable. I feel we're just grasping on, we're holding it, we're trying to learn as much as we can, and we're running with it, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been traveling a lot, and that's so fun to see Germans and other parts of Germany, other than just our little corner, and see how they are and try and learn more about the cities and just, eat up that culture and the history there. So the biggest takeaway is that Germans are nice. I know that we put ourselves out there and we ask for questions and we ask for help and comments, and so maybe our experience is different than others, but all of the feedback that we've gotten, all the help has been just overwhelming in the most positive and best way.
Probably the biggest difference that we've seen between US and here is that football culture is next level. Next level. From the groups of people that we saw in Munich singing at the beer gardens and just getting totally hammered before Germany versus Portugal was exciting. It was an environment that we're not used to. And I mean, granted, we don't come from a very big city in the States, but the soccer scene there, the football scene there is a little more calm, a little more, get excited if like an exciting play happens, but not everyone stands the entire game kind of thing. And so it's been a lot of fun to hear that. And then my good friend in Bochum also invited me to go to a game at some point, and he told me, he's like, just so you know, I'm not going to go unless we're going to stand the whole time. So just know that, that's what's going to happen. And I love that. I love that anticipation of an exciting time, being there for the experience and not just, kind of sitting back. I do enjoy sometimes going there and sitting back, but if you're going to pay to go to a game, if you're going to go there for the experience, like, make the most of it.
Yeah, one thing that I did want to point out, actually, the difference in culture that I thought of was when we were at the English Gardens, we didn't see any naked people there when we were walking through Munich, but we had people comment and say, just so you know, like, there's designated nudity areas there. And that has been one thing that we've noticed is we've seen more nudity on like the buildings, and it's just accepted more here. And I don't think that's a surprise, when you compare America to Europe, that Europeans just seem to be a bit more comfortable with that. And it's just different. Like, I don't know. We're still like navigating our way through it. There's no uncomfortable feelings with it. It's just new. Like, oh, hey, well, there's naked statue or a naked person. Okay. Like, we wouldn't see that in the States, so it probably catches our eye a little bit more, but kind of a unique and different cultural difference. So, favorite memory. Man, 2 months is a long time to pick one favorite memory. I feel like every time we do these videos, I'm like, these are my top 3. But looking at everything, I just don't think there's anything that can beat Plitvice Lakes National Park within those 2 months. There were some that are so close. Going to Füssen and seeing the Bavarian Alps is a close contender for sure.
I would have to agree. Plitvice was my favorite part for the last couple months, but close second for me was definitely the Alpine slide. Toboggan? Yeah, however toboggan. You call it. That was a lot of fun. It was a fun birthday surprise that Marissa had for me, and just being up in the mountains, a bright sunny day, and you get cooking on that thing. I mean, I know that the video wasn't very stable on the GoPro, but it was still a lot of fun, and had we had a little bit more time, and maybe if Willa wasn't so anxious to be running around all the whole time, it would have been fun to go again. But those were my favorite memories, especially just being outdoors in the sun. The summer's amazing, guys. We love it.
So looking ahead, as you guys have seen, we're starting to do international travels, and honestly, that's what the future looks like for us. Honestly, it's kind of hard to say that because we want to explore as much as Germany as possible, but we also want to take advantage of the good weather in those countries that have smaller windows to explore. And so we're going to be going to, oh my gosh, we're going to be going to Iceland. And this is like a dream bucket list location for us. Probably like the #1 spot that we would choose to go out of anywhere. So we're making it happen. Coming up soon, we're taking advantage of the long summer days in Iceland, and we're going to go have a van life experience, which is going to be crazy because that's our first time doing it, and who knows how it will go with Willa, but we are beyond excited. So keep an eye out for those videos. We're also going to be making our way to Greece, which is another top dream bucket list place. So please don't hate on us for taking a pause on Germany, but we're here. We need to see some of our other dream locations. And don't worry, in the meantime, between our big trips, we're going to be trying to explore even more of our local area. We've been getting out in Germany quite a bit, but we want to just try and explore what's around us, what's nearby, because we do live in a beautiful area and there's so much to see. We have some really cool parks that we went to, and there's like natural lake pool swimming areas, and we just learned about like Pick Me strawberry farms and just like those little things that are actually big things. You guys know what I mean.
Thank you guys for being here. Really, it means a lot. It's kind of fun for us to have these as our journals to look back and to see really what we've been feeling, experiencing, and looking forward in the future. And a lot of that is in part because of you. Your ideas, your encouragement, and I mean, of course, like that's not everything, right? Like we have our own ambitions and dreams and our ways to like keep ourselves motivated and looking forward. But it's always nice to have a welcoming, encouraging comment and family here. So thank you guys so much. It has been a lot of fun. We hope you guys will continue to follow us along the journey and in our next chapter in Germany.
Yes, so stay tuned for our next video coming in a week on Sunday. We'll see you then.